So is now the time to sell out of Palantir completely? Well, I think so, because I think a pullback is coming, so you want to be very careful. Before I get started in today's video though, don't forget to drop a like. I would truly appreciate that. Think about subscribing if you're not subscribed yet. I make mullen content, Palantir content, LAZR and Tesla content so far. I plan to grow this channel into more stocks, more exciting stocks that I feel could have a massive return in the long run. And yes, Palantir is one of those stocks. But as of today, with me looking at the charts, I would look to sell in certain areas that I'm about to show you. Now, none of this is financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor, of course. I'm just giving you my own opinion. You have to do your own research at the end of the day. Before I get started with all of that great information, don't forget to grab your coffee. Here's mine. Kathy Wood just purchased more shares. She has been buying for the last week. If you don't know who Kathy Wood is, she is a fund manager basically of ARK Invest. She has a lot of different ETFs and she invests in, I think, very risky, but a lot of potential type stocks out there like DraftKings, like Tesla, like Palantir. She has a lot of other stocks in her ETFs. Definitely check her out if you haven't heard of her before. And she hasn't had the best year. In 2022, I don't think anyone had a good year, but especially her funds did not have the best year whatsoever. She actually ended up selling out of Palantir months ago, actually right before it went below I think she sold out around $9. And then she started buying back in when it was above $10. And now we're trading at $13.31 as I'm making today's video. But she just purchased more, I believe, yesterday. So why is she doing this? She obviously sees huge potential with Palantir, probably different ways where you can double, 3, 4, 5 extra money. I also believe that can happen in Palantir, but I think a pullback is coming and I do think it's right around the corner. Let's get into that. So as you guys can see, I use the stochastic, the RSI, and Fibonacci's. I don't have any Fibonacci's on the chart right now, but I also look at open gaps, and you can see Palantir is hitting my second target zone. My first target zone was this open gap area, which was starting at about $10.40 all the way up to $10.85. And you can see we just shot straight through. This was basically based off earnings and projections that Palantir stated they will be profitable every quarter for the rest of this year. So you can see this has been on a straight incline, but what goes up must come down, and I do think Palantir is going to come down very soon, and these are the reasons why. Let's start with the stochastic. It's trading at super high levels. It has curled over once. It is probably going to curl over again, and what you have seen before, because you can look at the chart, is every time it crosses over, we tend to pull back. Now, what I think Palantir is doing, it is filling this gap, the gray zone that I've shown you above. But another indicator that's telling me it's time to sell would be the RSI. You can see that the RSI is trading at 85.10 right now. And if you look in the history of all timelines, basically, I mean, you can't go all the way back, but this is a very high level. This area for the RSI is one of the highest areas it's ever been. Now, let me first say this. I have been a bull on Palantir, and I sold way too early. So congrats to all the holders who still hold Palantir, but this is just a video explaining what I think is gonna happen next. Now, I will be buying back into Palantir when it does pull back, because I think a pullback will happen and I have certain price targets for that. If you wanna learn more about how I trade Palantir and all these other stocks, check out the Patreon down below. It's $7 a month. That's only lasting until the end of this month, then it will be increasing. We have an exclusive chat on Discord where we talk about all these kind of stocks, especially mullen stock, which isn't looking too pretty right now, but I have high hopes for that as well in the future. So with Palantir, the RSI, the highest it's ever been has been 88, and right now we're at 85. Very, very overbought level, so you wanna be aware of that. We do have open gaps down below that you wanna be aware of as well. Basically in the range of $8 to about $8.66. We have another one at about $10.30. So again, I have certain places that I would be buying back into Palantir because I'm bullish on their long-term abilities to succeed. But as of right now, I think it is a little too expensive for me. If it's not for you, then do what's best for you, but this is really how I see it playing out. Appreciate you for watching this video. If you got any value, I would appreciate a like. If you want to support the channel, you can also press join right below me on YouTube. There's different perks in each of those categories. So hopefully we'll see you in there, and we'll see you on the next one.